Ceann, there are quite a number of members here in the House that served with John Bruton. And our colleagues, Richard, John's brother, Brendan Howlin, who just spoke, and Michael Lowry, who is unavoidably abroad at the moment, had a unique insight into John serving with them in Cabinet when he was Taoiseach. I served on John's last front bench, and what springs to mind for me when I think of John Bruton is a phrase that we use in rural Ireland, and that is that he was the salt of the earth. And I say that for a number of reasons. Firstly, for John, politics was about people and how it could make a real difference to their lives and make it better for them. I remember him telling a story, and many of my former colleagues in Fine Gael would recall it, a story of him driving from Meath into Leinster House here, and driving towards Dublin on the M50 early in the morning. He seen a woman in the lane beside him, in her car with her children in the back seat, eating their breakfast. And those children, had, as John said, had probably got up an hour previously and hadn't arrived at their creche in Dublin for another hour, sitting in the traffic. And incidents like that had a profound effect on John. And he was determined to see issues such as that addressed for the individuals involved, but also for society as a whole. And John didn't talk to people, he actually talked with people. I recall when he was Taoiseach visiting Roscommon Hospital in 1997. We were meeting a man in one of the hospital beds, Paddy Walsh from Antoha Road. At the time, Paddy was receiving a blood transfusion. He'd been very sick in hospital at the time. But Paddy was really animated and wanted to talk to the Taoiseach about the impact the hospital had on his life and on the community in Roscommon. And John took the time to listen to Paddy. And that was the one thing about him, he actively listened to people. He had a notebook that he took with him everywhere, and he was never in a rush to disengage from a conversation. And you know, everyone has said, that has commented on John, that he was a man brimming with ideas. But he was someone that was quite willing to adapt and alter those ideas based on the feedback that he heard from colleagues and based on the feedback that he heard from those individuals that he spoke with. Secondly, John was also a principled man. He was never the politician of the soundbite. He was someone of substance, policy substance and ideas to reform Ireland for the better. And he wore these principles on his sleeve and expressed and defended them, even when he sacrificed political support as a result of doing that. And on many occasions had to confront the ire of the parliamentary party as a result. Finally, I want to say that John was salt of the earth too because he had a strong love of the land and rural Ireland. Yes, John Bruton was a statesman. He could debate economics with the best. He could debate constitutional issues and European politics. But his eyes lit up when he was talking about farming. He was a grounded man and one who understood rural Ireland. And this understanding was instrumental when his government established the Western Development Commission to stimulate economic development in a part of the country which was at that time faced with economic stagnation, providing regional economic balance before its time. Ceann, on my own behalf, on behalf of my family, on behalf of the regional group of TDs, I want to offer our sincere sympathy to Finola, to Matthew, to Juliana, to Emily, to Mary Elizabeth, to our colleague Richard and John's sister Mary, to the extended Bruton family and to the Fine Gael party throughout the country. John's legacy as both a statesman and a sincere, compassionate individual will undoubtedly endure. He was the salt of the earth. Oireachtas go raibh an anam.